So much for the Northern Lights, but it sounds like you've got something eye-catching to show us, something else.
Yes, it's been an interesting night, a really beautiful evening out there, too.
Yeah.
So here's the sun as imaged today by Jim and Karen Young out of the Oregon coast. Jim, retired astronomer, takes great pictures of all things celestial, and he captured this image of the disk of the sun. A couple sunspots here and up here, too. But Northern Lights have been on everybody's mind since that report came out, I don't know, a week or so ago saying, hey, there's going to be 17 states and see the Northern Lights tonight. Of course, that's not happening. Here is the forecast from the Space Weather Prediction Center of where the aurora or the Northern Lights would be seen everywhere in green. That red line is what's called the view line. South of that, you're not going to see them. And you see it is well to the north tonight. So we didn't really stand much of a chance. There wasn't enough solar activity to spark the lights to make them be visible this far south. But this was visible. Check that out. Not the Northern Lights. Again, from Jim and Karen Young over the coast, that's the green flash, which is always fun to see and very different from the Northern Lights in that it only lasts for a couple of seconds, hence the term flash, right? So it's fun to watch, it's fun to catch, but you really got to be on your toes because it doesn't last very long, whereas the Northern Lights can last for hours sometimes and are over a much bigger part of the sky, but still cool to see the green flash always. Portland right now is 74, so it's a warm night and it's a clear night too. And in spite of the fact that it's going to get warm, the nights are going to remain quite pleasant. We hit 88 today, so we're close to 90 even today. But outside right now, it's 74 and really, really lovely. 91 in Pendleton, 92 in the Dalles, 96 in Medford. So the usual spots hitting the 90s today, but there'll be more on the map tomorrow up and down the I-5 corridor. And for that reason, there's a fire weather watch. This is for Saturday, actually. So not for tomorrow, but more for Saturday because of the combination of the hot weather, low humidity, and some gusty winds. We also have a heat advisory everywhere in orange here. Parts of Oregon have it for Friday and Saturday. Here in Portland, it's only for Saturday. That's our hottest day when temperatures climb above 90 to about 94. Look at California. Almost the whole state, save the coast and part of the High Sierra, under an excessive heat warning as they bake. Parts of Death Valley be up to 130 this weekend with the overnight lows about 100. So brutal weather coming to the deserts of California, even by their standards. 81 at noon time tomorrow, 90 by 5 o'clock, and that will be our high temperature for the day. So satellite imagery, see this swirl of cloud here? That's what's going to cool us off as that moves in Sunday night, but that doesn't happen until then. But we've got Calvin, which is now not only a hurricane, it's now a Category 2 hurricane with sustained winds of 100 miles an hour, spinning its way in the general direction of Hawaii. Now, the modeling keeping it a tropical storm when it reaches the islands. We'll see if it's still that strong. This area tends to be a bit of a hurricane graveyard as there's more colder water out that way. For us, that's our system. Doesn't move in, though, until we get into Sunday night and Monday, and then that's going to keep us cooler as we go into next week, too. So for tonight, it's a beautiful night, 74 degrees, freezing level 14,000 feet. The coast will have some patchy clouds in the morning. Otherwise, everybody is sunny tomorrow. We'll get up to 90 here in town. We're going to go to 94 on Saturday, not a record. The record's pretty much all in triple digits for Portland this time of year. Still 90 on Sunday, and then a significant drop Sunday night, Monday. You'll feel that cooler air kicking in. And only 78 on Monday, and then 80s after that, David. So a couple of very warm days, but by July standards, it's pretty good living out there.
No, you get sunshine, everybody gets sunshine.
You're like
right?
Oprah.
Exactly. Thanks, Matt.